This is it, what? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit, what? Got it rolled up, now who really tryna hit one? Puff, puff, then we pass, then we pass, then we pass. This is it, what? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit, what? Got it rolled up, now who really tryna hit one?
Oh man, Is it that time again?
It's that time.
Are we back already?
We back for another one.
Come on, man. You already know what it is. It's your man, EarthTone.
And your man, the real PZ.
It's the Herbal Tea gang, man. We back at it again.
We are back.
You know what I'm saying? The familiar faces.
You know what I'm saying?
The neighborhood boys. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
The boys next door.
Of course, of course.
You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
How we feeling? We jumping right into it or what? Because it's a lot of music in these streets.
There's a lot.
It's a lot of music out here. You know what I'm saying?
There's so much music in these streets.
Who we gonna bring up first?
And the first one, man, I have the pleasure.
The lucky contestant.
The pleasure of bringing in this artist.
Mm-hmm.
Their name is Jeremy Pope.
Jeremy Pope.
Jeremy Pope. Have you heard of Jeremy Pope?
I have heard of Jeremy Pope.
I have not heard of Jeremy Pope until before we about to do this show.
Okay.
And then I had to put 2 and 2 together to get 5. And then I was like, oh,
and then it clicked. It clicked. See?
That one, yeah, it clicked right there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and fill y'all in. Y'all
Okay.
might actually know him before I do. But anyway, he's an actor, performer, and singer, Orlando native. Made his Broadway debut in 2018 as Ferris Johnson Young in the play Choir Boy. And then he played, get this, Eddie Kendricks of The Temptations in the play Ain't Too Proud. And that is where I recognize the face, because that commercial is on my TV 24/7. So
when we first mentioned him,
Right.
I didn't know his name.
Right, I didn't even.
But then when I saw him, I was like, I know him from somewhere, and I couldn't
there was
realize.
it was
I couldn't figure it out.
Familiarity to him.
I
So,
actually saw the play.
you saw the play.
I saw the play.
You
I saw him
saw
live in action, and he was up for what, 2 Tonys for both of those roles in the same year, like some
As
historic
I was
shit.
just about to mention.
I'm sorry, but I actually saw him in that play, so that was a fun fact. That's why he was so familiar.
That's
to me. I'm like,
exactly
oh, shit.
right. That is exactly right. He was the 6th person to ever be nominated.
That's crazy.
For 2 separate
That's
productions
crazy.
in the same year for the Tonys. So shout out to the boy for that. And oh, by the way, get this. You know what else he into?
What?
He might be in the season 3 of Pose, which I have not seen yet either, because you know why? Because I ain't got cable.
Wait.
He is in
Okay,
season 3.
that makes sense.
He's a new character, and I had to go in and Google this motherfucker.
That
and
makes
look
so
at the
much
picture,
sense.
because I didn't, it's not coming to Netflix until next year.
Got it.
So, I gotta like either see it on
They
demand
put the delay on it.
or whatever. Yeah, right.
Okay,
They
okay.
can
I see what they
like
did.
They did season 2. They made me wait a whole damn year.
You gotta go cop. You gotta
It
go
is
cop
what
that
it is,
description.
but he is indeed in season 3 of.
Okay,
Pose,
I knew
playing
his
a new
face was so
character.
familiar, but yeah.
And I'm
okay.
like, yo, this guy is kind of killing
so
it right
so we
now.
do know him a little bit.
A little bit. We
little
familiar.
bit.
We familiar. His debut performance as a musician though was in 2015. He did a self-produced video and song called "Wait for You."
Okay.
And then he followed it up with a couple more singles, New Love and Feel So Good. His performance in Ain't Too Proud managed to get a nomination for a Grammy, so it got him a Grammy nomination for Best Theater Album. So
he's
coming
out
in
here doing things, collecting accolades.
for real.
Okay.
Real early. So, he got a new single.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That came out. It's called Worth a Million.
Worth $1 million.
It came out on August 12th,
Okay.
2021. The year of our Lord.
Was it worth $1 million?
I guess $500,000 because I gave it a 59 mid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I gave it a 59 mid. So about
Teetering. You teetering on a loud line.
I definitely got a teeter, because let me tell you, this song, like, it sounds great. And I believe, if I looked at the credits correctly, he produced it. He had a co-producer
Did he?
with him. Yeah. So this track sounds great. Like, I like how I got the whole start and stop situation, but his voice to me doesn't really have any distinction. You know what I'm saying? He's not giving me a little bit of his personality, like you would hear when you
Okay.
automatically throw on like a Trey Songz record or Usher or
Wow,
Chris
okay,
Brown
okay.
record. And so that's kind of where I'm putting it right
Okay,
there.
okay. So
I'm
you
not-
lacking a little bit of originality.
a
And you ain't
little
really.
bit originality, yeah.
Okay,
The
okay.
falsetto, he was kind of carrying with the falsetto a little bit for me in the record. I'm like, if you're gonna do the falsetto, make sure it's smooth like butter, because you know everybody can't pull it off.
Oh
His
man.
falsetto's fine. But
Technical
you,
difficulties.
but you gotta bring it in at the right time for me. Like
Okay.
you can't just, unless you're gonna do like a Maxwell and do like a whole cover of like a woman's work. If you're gonna do it that, you gotta go high like that. Then that's when you do all of that. But
Okay.
if you're gonna just do it for a song to give it flavor, I would say like pull back a little bit.
Wow.
But you know, that's really like just, you know, my nitpicking, I guess. But the track actually sound good. I would kind of bop it. I wouldn't mind hearing it. Like
Okay. I'm actually impressed he produced it. I didn't realize he or co-produced it.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
What you got?
78% fire.
You got a
Go get the
fire.
motherfucking
The
fire
trucks
trucks.
is
Yeah,
back,
yeah. I don't
bitches.
know. Like
brought 'em
I don't know what
back.
you heard, man. I heard some fire over
You
here.
heard fire.
This shit was hard when it first come on. It's like a smooth vibey ballad. He says, "Come catch this vibe." Like he pretty much setting the tone, he's setting the vibe.
yeah.
It got that smooth feel. The production is dope. I fucked with his falsetto. I didn't think it was, I thought it was kind of smooth. It didn't. I don't know. It didn't connect with him for me. It don't sound like his voice, but it sound like the voice belonged to somebody else. If that makes any sense.
Right. So that's what I'm
So
saying.
that maybe that's kind of what the disconnect. But
That's-
just taking the song for what it is, I fuck with this joint, man. I thought the writing was kind of savvy. Like he had a couple little smooth lines in there. I like when it got to the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like it just give you that feel. It just felt really good.
So
Like,
then
just
that's
listening to the
when
sound of it.
I feel like if he wrote a good song, but maybe he can't deliver it, he could give it to somebody else. He'd be a great songwriter.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that could be the thing.
I don't know. But then did you see the video?
I did not see the video. It's first
Wow,
time.
fam. All right, let me just tell you this.
What
I might be gassing it.
Okay.
If you see the video, you probably give it like 5 more points.
Okay, that's possible. 'cause
You
know
might give it
that-
like 5 more points.
I
The
did
video was
miss-
crazy. The looks he got on in it. He got like these football shoulder pad looking artsy shit he wearing.
Like
Like
on the
he,
cover, on the single
yeah,
cover,
but he
okay.
got like a bunch of different shit like that. And it's like it's not black and white, but all of the sets are like actually black and white. So it's like it's fly. It's fly. It's really artsy. He got like a couple dope like black male dancers in there that's doing their thing. Like he brought the theatrics to it. Let's just say that.
Man.
But yeah, man, 78% fire, 59% mid, teetering on the loud, so not,
59
almost
mid.
allowed. But that's a decent grade. That's not too bad. And this is not his first project. You said he debuted in 2015.
2015. So,
Okay.
he did a few singles before, but no album yet.
All right. Well, listen, y'all go check it out. Let us know what y'all think, and bring it back. Let us know as we trip it. Are you Team Peasy on this one? Or you fucking with your man EarthTone? Because this shit is a fire to me. You know what I'm saying? I got the fire. They out here. They ready.
I mean, Nice got a little bit more than I'm saying.
Niece got some ways to go. All right. Who we going to bring up
What
next?
we
Speaking
doing?
of
What we
nieces,
doing?
you know what I'm saying?
What we doing?
Next up,
What we got?
we got the one and only Noah Kin4Life, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
legend.
Come on.
The
She bringing it
legend.
to you. You already know who it is. Q+ artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Singer, hip-hop artist from money making, money earning. Mount Vernon. You know what I'm saying? She up north with it. Her mom's actually got her into the music. Her mom's was an artist. She taught her how to write rhymes, believe it or not. So her mom taught her how to write her first rap.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then she went from there, and here you have it. You know what I'm saying? She here today. Started, and eventually formed a duo with I.Q, Kin4Life. So they both carry that Kin4Life tag, which is kind of dope.
The Kin4Life
I like how they did that. They kind
group.
of started. A lot of the young little groups is doing it. Like you got the YBNs and all of that stuff type stuff, but they been on it with the Kin4Life, and they still. I don't think they're as active as a duo right now. So they be doing a solo thing, but they still carry the moniker, which is dope. Had a bit of a run up north, before relocating to the A. Shout out to the A. She's located in the A right now.
Shout out.
And she got a new boo. Her new boo, Butterfly
course,
Fields.
of course.
Who y'all might be familiar. We
Might be.
actually reviewed their other single. You know what I'm saying? They both on it. What was the name? The End of the World. Oh, man.
World, to the end of the world.
Come on, and y'all know how I felt about that one. That was my jam. That was my jam. So they actually, they still active. They still kicking and doing their thing. She got this new single coming out.
Right.
I know you heard of her.
I have heard of
multifaceted.
I've heard of Kin4Life because when I first got in, and they've been around for a minute, and actually, you might have to do a little. I might have to do a little further research, but they claim the first LGBT group performers.
Interesting.
And I'm like, well, when did DDC come through?
DDC.
You know what I'm saying? Deep the Collective with Tim and West and Juba Kalanka. I believe they started maybe in about 2004. So I'm trying to see like what's the accuracy going on here?
We gotta get the receipts. Somebody got to show receipts.
Somebody got to pull the receipts out, right? So
okay.
What's going on? But Kin4Life, I heard of them. They're pretty.
That's not too
legendary.
far off though. That's not far fetched. Them making that claim. So
for sure. Shout out to Kin4Life.
Okay. Well, she's also she's a photographer, graphic designer, videographer. She does all of the videos and a producer. So she's out here going crazy with it. She's up with a new single. Look at My Hair.
Right.
Came out October 1st.
Look at My Hair.
2 minutes, 15 seconds.
That's it.
Short little joint. Short and sweet. I gave it a 57% mid.
Okay.
Yeah. I like this joint. I rock with it, but it wasn't crazy. It seemed like it's like TikTok ready. You know what I'm saying? It's designed to kind of hit you quick.
Indeed.
Get a couple joints on there. I seen she been doing the duets with it a lot. Like she'll had a hook and then she'll lead a 16-bar open space and have somebody come in and drop the verse, which is dope. You can have a lot of fun with it. It got that upbeat feel.
Yep.
That reverse sample in it. That shit sound hard. The way she put that together, I fuck with. But it's I can't hear the replay value in it much longer. It's more like you get a piece of candy. Shit good for a while, but you don't want to be chewing on that thing all day. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you kind of gonna move on, and you like it when you hear it, but I don't see myself really running back to it like that. But I fucked with it. I enjoyed it.
Indeed.
57% mid for me.
Okay.
How you feeling? Where you at with it?
Yo.
Where you at with it? What you think?
I'm gonna say this. Look at my hair. Look at my hair.
That's what I'm saying. It's mad It's a universal thing.
And I see her hair because you know what I'm saying. Her hair is crazy, and she talk about her hair in the song. I gave it a 45 mid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the same place, in the same boat with you for the most part. It's very much a little ditty, and I see she been flooding YouTube. Or excuse me, TikTok.
She's not playing.
I've seen her TikTok.
Super consistent.
I've seen her TikTok account. I'm like, yo, she's definitely flooding them out there. I think she's been promoting it since it came out, just with different videos of people showing their hair in addition to people jumping in on the freestyle. As a beat, like I think it's a little like empty. I feel like there could be something else in it that would give it a little bit more of a bigger presence because it just sounds like snares to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, I like the way she switched it up at the end. Like it kind of has a little bit of a
little breakdown at the
end.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty dope to make it work. But I'm not mad at the record. I look at her hair is crazy.
Her hair is crazy.
I fuck with
her
it.
Her hair is crazy.
It makes sense.
It makes 100% sense. That's what I'm saying. It's like TikTok ready. Like it makes so much sense.
Indeed.
I kind of want to do the challenge myself. I might throw a verse on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Look at my hair. I just got my, I got my fresh little taper.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Out
hair's
here.
already
You know what I'm saying?
dead.
You got the locks flowing. The Goldilocks.
Dang.
You know what I mean? We out here. All right, man. Who we got next?
Who we got next? Next, bringing to the stage. This is a new artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you heard of them. Their name is Dryx.
Fresh blood out here?
Fresh blood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a few people moving and shaking. So, you know what I'm saying?
Dryx. Okay.
Yeah,
interesting name.
Dryx. Alabama born, LA based soul singer. He's an Air Force veteran. Okay.
I saw that.
So, through his service, he had the opportunity to perform, I guess at one of the shows that they put on for the service members. But there was one time the artist Tori Kelly was supposed to perform, and they didn't let her on bass in Turkey because sometimes the bass would be on lockdown if it's too dangerous or whatever the case may be. So he went instead. You know what I'm saying? And performed, and he got
shut
a
it
chance
down.
he shut it down apparently.
Okay,
So you know what I'm saying? Since he's released also an album, Player 3 in 2016, released an EP after that called Purification in 2019, and in front of us right now,
What we got?
the single Put Down Your Phone.
Put that shit down, man.
Because I'm trying to fuck you.
Put that shit down.
Put it down. And it's featuring another artist, Sha. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And it came out September 23rd, 2021, the year of our Lord. You know what I'm saying?
How you feeling? What kind of vibes did it get? Did you put your phone down and like just listen? Did you stop everything?
Indeed. You know what? I would have put my phone down if the song wasn't already playing on my phone because I'm trying to set the mood.
Heard you.
It's definitely setting a mood for me. It's
Okay.
62 loud
Ooh.
kind of mood for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of
okay.
dig the record.
Okay.
I dig the record. Now, here's the thing. Here's my thing about the record.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I understand the utility in making short records. Everybody want to do something 3 minutes or less. But if you're going to do a slow jam, to me, I think that's a good excuse to make the song stretch out a little bit longer. Make it about 4 minutes because, you know, you setting the mood. You want something to fuck to. It's a fuck
I mean,
song.
you got to give him a
You
few
know,
minutes.
that's what I'm saying.
Hope
So,
you could
know,
go more than 3
straight-
minutes.
Right, because
You know
you
what
talking
I'm
about 1 minute, man.
You would
with the
hope.
Song, right.
But-
Hopefully not. You know what I'm saying? Break me up.
It might have been a while. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
It's definitely been a while. I've been these sugar walls. But
Hey.
at the same time.
That's neither here nor there.
Listen, neither here nor there, but at the same time, the song, I think, like, they harmonized really, really well together. Sha's harmonies before he came in with his verse, I thought was dope.
All right. Who got the first verse? Is that Dryx?
I
or
believe that's
Sha?
Dryx, him in the
Okay,
first
okay.
verse. The 1 in a Million reference, I thought was, like, kind of corny because everybody kind of doing it. So, I mean, threw me off a little bit, but once you get into the record, like, yo, they harmonized the fuck out of that record. It's
They saved it with the harmonies.
They saved it with the harmonies.
Okay.
But also the mixing could have been, to me, a little bit stronger because that hook is supposed to keep you in the song. If everything else is louder or if it's not standing out, I think it kind of loses a little bit of energy throughout the record. But if that mixing is up, because they sound great, but if that mixing was a little bit more prominent for that hook, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Then maybe I think it'll amp it up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
took it up
you
a
know,
notch.
that's,
Okay.
That's my take on
All
that.
right. All right.
How you feel about it?
62% loud. Wasn't it ain't make it's quite as loud of a noise for me. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit more. It was a little quieter than that.
Not loud.
I gave it a 47% mid.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
all
I
right.
ain't hate it. It was cool. It was a decent joint. It gave me that 90s R&B vibe. Definitely in the pin game. I felt like it had a slow start,
Yeah.
especially you setting yourself up with that.
With that 1 in a
I
million.
mean, come on, you're gonna say that, and then
Come on.
you got to follow that with something.
gotta
You got to take
follow
me
that.
somewhere after that, and it ain't really.
It
You know what I'm
didn't do it
saying? It
for
took a
you.
while to get there. It warmed up a little bit, and then by the time it got to the second verse, he went off. I fuck with the second verse more. It kind of gave me more of a, you know, what I was looking for with the production, the vibe it was already giving me. And I like the hook, and I agree with you as far as the mixing point. It could have been mixed well because they do sound well together, but it kind of
The mixing.
it was fighting each other. Like the harmonies was kind of fighting each other a little bit. So it was a little, you know, it was a little rough on the ears, but it was a decent joint. It's definitely worth checking out. 47% mid. 62% loud. We got a newbie, man. I never heard of him. I
never heard of him
before.
either.
I never
You
heard
know,
of Sha
this was
either.
definitely somebody that, you know, I had my ear to the streets saying, you know, streets was
From Alabama.
pretty much.
Okay, and I saw he just had like a BBC interview out there in the UK. So,
Right.
you know,
That's
apparently he
a
making
big
his
look.
rounds and he doing his thing. Hey, man. Shout out to him, you know.
Big shout out to
Go check it out. Let us
Dryx
know what you think.
And Sha. Pick up the phone, see.
Absolutely. Put down the phone.
Oh, put
you know
down
what I'm
the
saying?
phone.
You got to pick it up, but then put that
Then
shit
put
down.
it down. Put down the
And
phone.
come on through, because we ain't got no
Indeed,
time. Ain't got no
indeed.
time to waste, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, enough of that. You know what I'm saying? We done held it down for the Q+.
For
But
real.
you know, we ain't really out here on our own all the time.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? It might seem like it a little bit, but we got a few friends out there.
We got some friends.
You know what I'm saying? So it's time for the Ally of the Day. Who we got? Who's coming up? Ally of the Day. Hey, hey, hey. All right, see, I knew you was in the falsetto vibe already.
I was in the falsetto.
You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna go low. I got
Jeremy
you.
wasn't fucking with that falsetto.
Oh wow, wow, wow.
Should've got
Okay,
me on there, smooth that
that's
thing
how
out.
you feeling. Let us know how you actually feel though.
For real.
Okay, so we got Miss Casey Musgraves, ladies and gentlemen.
Casey Musgraves.
You know what I'm saying? The one and only. Now I gotta admit, I wasn't too familiar with her. You kind of put me on. You definitely put me on. Too.
Right.
She's out here with it. 6-time Grammy Award winning, not nominated, Grammy Award winning.
She been around.
Country singer songwriter. She's been around for a little bit, including album of the year, her 4th studio album, Golden Hour, got album of the year. You know what I'm saying? Took home the Grammy. Dropped 3 solo albums and a collaborative project before placing 7th on USA Network's singing show competition called the Nashville Star. This was back in 2007. So she placed 7th on one of those. It's pretty much like American Idol, but for country's music. You know what I'm saying? So she was out here making her rounds, and then boom, that kind of catapulted, and she out here today.
Here she is.
Exactly. You familiar with her? Like I said, you put her on. How did you come across her?
Casey Musgraves is familiar to me because I just knew people who listened to her, but I always just kind of like shrugged my shoulder at country. You know what I'm saying? I never really gave it a chance.
Yeah.
So that's where we at. But as far as her music and as far as her accolades is concerned, I'm not too familiar with what's going on.
Okay.
But,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? All
right. I mean, that makes sense. We don't dabble in country as often.
Yeah.
But our musical palette is wide, so we fuck with a lot of different genres. Yeah. And here we have Casey Musgraves. Now, if you look and you Google Casey Musgraves LGBT, Billboard pops up right away. Billboard got their section specifically for us, Billboard Pride and all of that. She's on there, and they list like 6 bullet points that makes her and qualify her for outlet. Now, I'm not gonna go through all of them,
right?
But she had a song in 2013 called "Follow Your Arrow," and now they're kind of labeling it as a Q+ anthem. But she had a few reaffirming lines in there for the LGBTQ+ community, and her fans really appreciated it. And she's been doing a lot of things, showing signs. She collaborated with Troy Sivan, who we actually review. He's on our top 50 Q+ artists. She also was a guest judge on RuPaul Drag Race. So she's out here with it. You know what I'm saying? Reaching out, showing love, showing her support.
She been showing us love. And I remember we didn't review, but I talked about an artist, TJ Osborne, from the Brothers Osborne.
Yep.
And they're pretty close friends. So that's another way that I had heard of Casey Musgraves, because she's like a really big supporter from when he first came out. He came out last year publicly. And she was definitely one of the main ones from the country music community that was behind them.
I was gonna say it's not a lot of them.
It's
that
not
culture,
a lot.
they not
definitely
so
different.
welcoming. You see how kind of they shrugged off Lil Nas X. They kicked him out of the whole genre.
Man, they tried
on some like, we're not doing that.
They
but
tried.
Here it is today, and he don't even need them anyway. So fuck all that.
Look.
But she's here. She dropped a new album, Starcross. And she got the single Justified. Came out August 27th. The album just dropped actually September 10th. This joint is 3 minutes. I'm going to have to call Sir Reginald James to the chopping block, man. This joint was a 28% Reggie.
Woo!
Man. Yeah, man. I'm going to just give it to you. I ain't even going to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even going to butter it up for you. I'm going to just give it to you straight like that. It ain't do it for me. It was super dry. It needed a little salt. You know what I'm saying? Need a little more seasoning. I wasn't inspired by the performance. She has a nice voice, and I'm not super familiar with her other stuff, so I don't know if she was just in her extra folk bag, and she just was like, I'm going to just, you know what I mean? I'm going to slide my way through this one, but it wasn't that crazy. The lyrics weren't that savvy to kind of hold the laid-back, nonchalant style that she used, so it ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really... mad forgettable. It was kind of like, all right, if I don't hear this song again, I probably won't remember that I heard it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't want to go too crazy in on it because, she definitely, she fam, ally, all of that. But
sure,
I can't justify this one.
Listen, I see what you did to
you know what I'm saying?
I see what you did.
I can't do it. So how you feeling though? How you feeling? Am I wilding? Am I?
She
Am I on the island on this one?
She is definitely an ally. And you gave it a what?
28% Reggie.
You gave it a 28% Reggie.
Yeah.
You know, we love our allies, but we got to put the allies in their place sometimes too. Because I'm going to also have to bring Sir Reginald to come get this shit. You feel me?
2 Reggie, 2
Casey,
for 1?
Casey, we love you, but we don't love this song. Oh, man. I gave it a 20, Reggie. It's a Reggie,
so
y'all.
I held that down a little bit.
You did held it down.
Okay,
Actually, you pretty much got everything that I would have said, other than the fact that I'm going to add to the fact that if you're going to do pop crossover country, your bar is high. You know why? Because guess who's up there?
Who up there?
Taylor Swift is up there.
You
so
can't
if you're not
playing.
matching her energy,
And her album called Star Crossed.
right?
So like,
I guess that's kind of what she was going for. You know, listen, and here's another thing. Like they had to decide. There was a committee. There was like a few committees on on the panel for the Grammys. They had to decide where to put the album, whether it was country enough or whether it was considered pop.
and they put it in pop.
They put it in pop. Because it's not country enough, whatever the case may be. I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean, she got 15 joints on there, so she got a lot of room to work with. This might just be, the country extra folk country bag. I don't know. But
listen, I don't know.
It's just
at the same time, if you're gonna crossover, because I feel like this is trying to be a crossover album. Your bar is gonna be Taylor Swift because her shit slap, and I'm not a big fan of country, but I have heard country songs that slap.
Yeah, exactly.
And this ain't doing it. It ain't doing it. It's
okay.
It's not doing it for me.
All right. So it's pretty unanimous.
Pretty much.
What we think. What do y'all think? Go check
think?
it out. Give Casey a chance, man. It's Casey Musgrave. She out here rapping for the community. The least you could do is go get her a couple screams. You know what I'm saying? Go give it go scream it.
Scream the song.
And let us know what you think.
Let us know.
But it's looking like Reggie out here.
It's
so
Reggie for her.
There you have it, man, for the music. You know what I'm saying? So
where we at?
We gonna see what's going on in the streets.
We're gonna talk about the streets.
You know what I'm saying? Bubbling out here as far as the music.
Yeah.
Tearing their ass up.
Tearing their ass up.
I love it. And we got our allies. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We love our allies, but we definitely got to make sure we set their asses
straight. Of course. And that's what happens in real life, in the streets.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Speaking of.
Streets. We are back to the Skreetz.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go and take them.
Your street correspondent,
okay,
the real Peasy, okay? There's a lot of Peasies out there, first of all. I just want to let that be known.
There are a lot.
But O&B Peasy, there's this West Coast Peasy.
Oh, shit, really?
It's another Peasy.
Oh, you know them all.
I'm clocking all of them. Don't think I'm sleep out here. Like, niggas, I'm out here, I'm seeing.
I feel you.
But there's only one.
Come on, man.
Real one. There's another one that calls themselves the real Peasy.
Really? Now, see, that's the one you might have to actually go see.
Listen.
You might have to go see him because
they don't want these kind of problems, all right? So the real Peasy is here in front of you. You're going to get a lot of propaganda, but I'm going to give you the abundance, period.
Well, that's what we need.
Street correspondent, all right? So right now, I'm going to give you the needle drop. It's a few more joints because, of course, it's a whole lot of music that's really, really popping. I'm gonna drop this one on you, Eddie Wayne. We just talked about Eddie Wayne a few minutes ago, and we did a little practice show or whatnot, and we bigged up his album a little bit. But I want to bring him back because we didn't really. That's not footage.
Yeah, we didn't really
people.
shine at the right light.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give him some shine right here, Eddie Wayne. Shout out to him.
Word.
He got a single from Ebor with Love. That's the title track to his EP. You know what I'm saying? His 7-track EP. But I think that song's kind of wavy.
Okay.
Shout out to Steve Obsidian. You know what I'm saying?
Obsidian. I like that.
Right.
I like that. Obsidian.
The whole negritude-ness of it. It's coming out. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the dude. I fuck with the song. Don't Fall in Love. Produced by the voice of the underground, DJ Swanee River.
Come on, man.
We out here. You know what I'm saying? If in case you didn't know.
Obsidian.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Shout out to Kalani. She got a new one called Alter. You know what I'm saying? I thought that one was pretty cute.
Come
you know
on,
what I'm saying?
KK.
Shout out to Kevin Abstract. He got a new record.
What he got out there? What he doing?
This nigga got records on records on records. Like Brockhampton, we didn't check them out earlier this year, and now the nigga, I guess, is like time for him.
They
to put
went
out
crazy during the
his
pandemic,
shit.
probably.
They did. So he got a new joint called Sierra Nights.
Okay.
Featuring Ryan Beatty or Ryan Beatty. It's smooth record, Kevin Abstract getting his singing on. You know what I'm saying? I like how he, switches it back and forth. You hear the rhymes.
Speaking of all of these joints, we got to get a needle drop playlist, fam.
We might have to do. I think we could set that
might
up.
be the wave. What y'all think? Do we need a needle drop playlist?
I think that's definitely
because we
key.
need someone. Because I'm thinking like all this music you listening. We need a place where everybody could just go and
everybody
be like,
can just go and cop that.
Check all of this out.
We definitely gonna do that.
We're gonna put y'all on. We got that. All right, boom.
We got it
covered. Put it in the
period. The last one for the needle drop is an artist I never actually heard of before until I'm kind of just going through, queer artists and going through research and seeing what's going on out there.
What you saw?
Her name is Hana Vu, and I believe that I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, please don't sue me. Hana Vu. I think it's an Asian descent artist.
Okay.
And they kind of do a little indie pop situation. Got a song called Maker. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kind of talking to, a universal being that, creator, universal creator. And I thought the track itself was pretty unique because I like detail. And she kind of got this like indie pop, it's got this stringy guitar situation going on. And that's what's going on with the needle drop. Like, I think those records kind of stand out to me.
Okay.
Period.
Put the people on then.
That's where we at. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Now, after we listen to the music, we got to go into a little bit of the content
What's
situation.
Going on, man?
And the content situation is crazy because the streets is really, really on fire.
Outraged.
About this whole Dave Chappelle situation.
Whoa.
Have you heard of this?
It's spicy out there right now, man. It's real spicy. It's real hot in these streets.
There's so much going on with
up.
this guy.
Yeah, man.
So much going on. So he has, I guess, his final bidding with Netflix situation. Yep. It's called The Closer.
It's The Closer. I think this is the third installment in his package. Like
something like that. I'm not even clocking his Netflix situation. I mean, I see it. And I think we talked about the one he did before, and it was a similar kind of controversy at that point.
Yeah.
But this kind of thing right here, like he dedicated.
It's quite more tasteful. The last one.
He took a lot more time to talk about the kids than we ever really expected.
That's for me,
So
honestly. Because keeping it buck, I'm a fan of Dave Chappelle. I fuck with him as a comedian. I fuck with him as an actor. Half Baked was my shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got an hour stand up. You probably the top comedian in the world. Like no exaggeration, right?
No, none.
Hottest comedian out.
Goat material.
Your last joint Netflix. You closing out. Everybody gonna watch this.
Everybody.
You take 37 minutes of your whole hour just to like what's that about?
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's
all I'm gonna say. That's all
the
I'm
whole
say.
tea.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Right
That's a lot.
there.
That's a lot.
That
seems
is
like
a lot.
That's more than a bit.
That is a lot of time to be dedicated to something that you only are like distantly aware of. You know what I'm saying? And like my whole thing is, I like what T. Madison said. They love to talk about us, but they don't want to talk to us. And he spent a lot of he more than just LGBT. He spent a lot of time on trans.
That was the thing. It was very specific.
Very, very specific. And then he tried to smooth it out by telling the story of a comedian who was of trans identity. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was a good story because that's what comedians are supposed to do.
He had good points.
He did.
Not good points, but like good moments in the special.
They were
it wasn't all bad.
It wasn't. It
But
wasn't. I just
the bad parts were like really bad.
I'm not a person that thinks that a person should be censored in their art. So by all means, Dave, if that's what you choose to take your time to speak about, more, do you. But it's really, really kind of curious that you decided that this is what it was going to be all about.
Word.
And then all the controversy around it, like Netflix is behind it. Everybody's kind of
and
you
like
got all your
down,
boys,
which I don't agree with the outrage. I don't think it should be pulled. I don't think people should be, but I also don't think Netflix should be firing people. Like, it's just kind of getting a little out of hand. It is comedy. It is a certain platform. You know what I'm saying? It is a certain style. He's known for this shit. He sets a lot of shit that was way out of line.
It's definitely,
and I feel like he should, face the repercussions for those things. But it's a lot of people talking about things that they normally wouldn't give two thoughts about.
If there
which is a good thing. It's important that people are thinking about it. It's a conversation being had right now. You know what I'm saying? All of the platforms are discussing it. Everybody's talking about it all over IG. All of the think pieces are coming out about it. Like, it's a lot being discussed.
It's a lot,
and it's a great teachable moment. The way it came about is and that some people are saying that's kind of his plan. Like, he's doing it specifically for that, so we can kind of talk about. But I wouldn't put that past it. I wouldn't put that part past him. But
it's
37 minutes of an hour is a long time.
It's fucking messy.
Because you could do that in a bit. You could do you get that same thing accomplished in a little comedic bit that's only like 5 minutes. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where it gets a little wild. But
he messy. This just being messy. This is a whole PR plan. Follow the money.
Professional trolling?
Yes. Follow the money, because he would not give two shits if he didn't have a contract with Netflix. Netflix is gonna have to back him up, because they
about to re-sign him. Like, don't get it twisted. He's about to re-up.
Sure.
He's re-up.
I mean, he did say, I don't know if he say
for them to be having this strong of a stance, and this is his last, like, this is the last thing he owe him. The contract is over, so they have to either renegotiate or part ways. If they doubling down like this, they ran up.
I don't know. Well, I mean, that's not.
I mean,
out
that's
of the realm of
I don't know.
I'm
just speculating.
Sure,
but
not out of the realm of possibilities. I just think, like, I feel like everybody kind of has a right to be offended, but I also feel that at the same time, it's like if we decided to specifically make a song to the trans community or about the trans community, we would be well within our right to do it. But at the same time, if the conversation piece is real, if that's what you want to have, why are you not talking to T. Madison? Why are you not talking to them three women?
But this is the thing. You can't just, stick your foot in it and just get out and say what you want and get out of here, and that's it. If you want to have a real conversation or a real impact, or you trying to, stir a real conversation around it, then it's other things you need to do. But hey, time will tell. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
But the shit worked because everybody's talking about it. Everybody's watching
it. I knew
it
was going to, like, of course.
Them streams is going up.
It's a hot button. It's a hot button thing. We popping out here in these Skreetz. So Skreetz is on fire. So moving on, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dave. But anyway, other things are going on. I don't know if you've heard of the swimmer, Tom Daly.
No, I haven't.
I have not, until I came across this situation where he was doing a speech and he was accepting an award, and he announced that he wanted to kind of make it his mission to ban LGBT or ban countries performing in the Olympics. So Tom Daly is a diver. He performed he was in the Olympics, and it was in Tokyo this year.
Okay.
So there are several countries that perform like it's a worldwide thing, but he wants to make it his mission for the countries that ban homosexuality or have laws that permit killing, or, you know what I'm saying? Let me see, hold on, that sentence homosexuals to death.
Yeah.
He wants it to be his mission to ban them from
participating in the Olympics. That's some real shit.
Olympics, because this year kind of set a record of how many athletes there were that were identifying as LGBTQ openly.
See, that's some real shit,
right? I think there's a point here, and it's not going to go down with a whole lot of controversy, but I think there's definitely something to be said for that mission. I think it's very, very noble, because it doesn't make sense how you have the most LGBT athletes, 186, openly performed this year. That's more than three times who performed who competed in 2016.
Wow.
When it was in, I forgot where the fuck it was.
That's a pretty big jump.
Yeah. So, you know, so he's
and it's
saying
probably it's just gonna keep doubling.
it's gonna keep going.
That's every 4 years. So
right. So in 2024, he kind of wants it to be like, yo, the countries that kill homosexuals or, you know, find out about homosexuals in their country and they sentence them to death.
Get them up out of here.
Countries like Saudi Arabia, Russia, Ethiopia, Nigeria.
But see, that's going to be a big. That's a tall task.
Very
but
much
see,
a
that's the
tall
type of
task.
things that really have to happen. But you know,
somebody has to start the conversation about
Exactly.
that shit because
I
I
love that.
definitely think it's a noble cause, indeed.
what's his name?
Tom Daly.
Okay, shout out to
He's
him.
a
I didn't
diver.
even really. I mean, I'm sure I knew, but I didn't really know diving was like a thing in the Olympics.
Oh yeah, man. I mean,
That's some real shit. I'm not a diver. I barely swim.
I mean, it's like gymnastics. It's like, you know what I'm saying. Now they got breakdancing in the Olympics, but I'm saying before, like I used to watch it definitely for the divers because divers is fine.
Okay,
Come
well,
on,
shout out to
you
the
know
diver.
Mikey
I gotta get
Phelps.
into it. You put me on.
Shit.
Okay.
All right. But shout out to him, Tom Daly.
Oh, why am I thinking?
Who
I'm
you
so
thinking
stupid. When you saying diving,
about? Yeah.
I'm thinking about like scuba diving,
No. I'm
like
talking
diving
about
with like
professional
equipment and
diving,
like seeing how long you can hold your breath and shit.
No,
I totally
sorry.
forgot about jumping
See.
off the springboard. And
Yeah,
like doing,
yeah,
all right,
yeah,
my dumb ass.
indeed,
Go ahead.
indeed,
Carry on. Carry on.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring it into the community and talk about LGBTQ History Month. You know that's what October is.
Is it?
It is October. Every October is LGBTQ History
That's
Month.
what's up.
We kind of give it up a little bit, but I'm gonna get a little bit more into it. National Coming Out Day was the 11th of October. You're seeing this. This is coming out on the 21st. So you know, happy National Coming Out Day.
Word.
It's the 11th of October every year. So just put a pin in that. We kind of did something with it last year, but this year I want to talk about how queerness is blackness. And see, that's been my thing. And I'm talking about specifically when I say queerness is blackness now because of the Harlem Renaissance, because a lot of the things that we know from queer culture in relation to black people kind of came from the Harlem Renaissance. We're talking about drag shows, you know what I'm saying, performing, and there were a couple well-known acts that were openly LGBTQ that were out at that point.
Popping.
You know what I'm saying? So the only thing is the history has kind of been
Muted a little bit.
it's kind of been, you know, I don't know about it, maybe suppressed, definitely suppressed, because it's not what you talk about when Black History come around.
Been
and
muted.
it's time to talk about the Harlem Renaissance. We rarely talk about how much queerness kind of was part of that movement. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what we're doing now, what's going on now, as far as like how everybody's a little bit more open.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of artists around kind of making their name known, and it's a similar situation.
Talk about the
in
signs of a
Harlem
new renaissance. We in like a new era almost.
are in
You know
a
what I'm
new
saying? We got
era.
niggas out here winning Grammys.
For sure, yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Setting
Set
Billboard records.
Billboard records.
They not playing out here.
It's-
It's a
it's-
different.
it's
It's a different
different.
world. But you know, we got work to do because
We
you
do
know,
got work
black
to do.
people they don't.
But back
They don't
then,
fuck with us.
Back then, what was happening, how it kind of came, is because Harlem at the time was really the only place in New York where black people would be able to exist and not get harassed, not get, victimized or anything. So everybody pretty much was there. And then the white people, some of the white people would, call themselves slumming it by going to Harlem and seeing what was going on.
Oh, is that what they was doing?
That's what they were doing. That's what it
Wow.
was, because Harlem was full of everything. Like everything that you couldn't do, you could do it in Harlem.
get it off.
It was prohibition at that time, so they were banning alcohol.
You could go get
But
your
if you
little
go-
shut your boot, nutcrackers.
Right. If you were going to go do your thing there, if you needed a nutcracker, you needed some weed,
Come on, pull
you
up.
could go get it in Harlem.
Get your nickel bag and a
That's-
nutcracker. Stop
Exactly.
playing.
That's kind of where the hood was really, really popping at. So, of course, in that environment, because there's so many black people,
Mm-hmm.
the Great Migration, people coming up from the South, people are, finding their freedom there, because it's still Jim Crow South in all the other southern
about
states
that.
and all of that. So everybody's moving to New York to kind of get their freedom on and kind of live and do their thing. So you get your Langston Hughes, you get your Zora
Come
Neale
on,
Hurston,
Langston.
and your County Cullens and your Gladys Bentleys. Can we talk about the fact that I already put Gladys Bentley in a fucking song in the Flamin' Cheddar record?
See?
Was a purpose to that. You know what I'm saying? Gladys Bentley was one of the most well-known lesbian jazz performers openly. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
She's performing in front of drag queens. Langston Hughes was said to have been there. Just so anybody saying Langston Hughes kind of giving by, yeah, he was definitely in the closet, like a lot of other people.
I mean, you know,
had a lot to lose, but they were definitely there, getting their life. You know what I'm saying?
Existed, man.
So we got to give it up, and I say, they're trying to. The Black history is kind of like being limited as far as like what we can talk about in schools, but I definitely would make a call and say we definitely should fight back and make sure that these type of things are talked about and this history does not get lost.
Well, that's what we here for.
In our system.
We talking about it.
And this is
You know
exactly
what
why
I'm
we're here. Period.
Bang.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Bang.
what's happening
Okay.
in these streets.
Okay, I saw you did that. Well, damn, that was it got heavy at the end there. A
It
little
did.
bit.
You know what I'm
Shit.
saying?
Well,
That's
you
where we at, though.
know, when the streets run you down, weigh you down, you want to go home and relax.
Right.
We're going to take it to the motherfucking smoking session. We're
In
going to have
the
a smoking
smoking
session in the smoking section.
Got
Ladies
some
and gentlemen,
jazz on.
go on and hit that, man. Go on and hit that.
let's
Relax.
go.
You done got that off. You done took us, you know what I'm
Hey.
saying, took us back, learned us a little bit. I'm going to learn you a little bit more because we always get a little query and curious when we get up in the smoking section, right?
Okay.
I got a query for you.
What's the query?
What is a weed bath bomb? Like, what the fuck is that?
I never heard of that.
All right, so you know what a bath bomb is.
I definitely know where bath bomb is.
So for those of you who don't know what a bath bomb is, I actually got put on late. I was late to the bath bomb game. You know what I'm saying? Once I got put on, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I love bath bombs, the effervescence, the aromatherapy. You know what I'm saying? I like throwing it in the water and watching it change colors and all that shit and dissolve and turn to a big ass ball to nothing.
For
You know what I'm
real?
saying? You know I love my Epsom salt baths. So I'm all about a nice Epsom salt bath bomb, right?
Okay.
So you got that, but then throw in weed, THC, CBD, bong, right? But we're going to get into it. So it's pretty much the way it works. A bath bomb is baking soda and citric acid. Those are the two main ingredients that gives it the Alka-Seltzer effect.
Makes sense.
So when you throw it in the tub, you fill your tub out with some warm water, throw the bath bomb in, it might have a few colors or whatever. It does a little dance. It starts spinning around. It starts suzzing. All of the fuzz come up. You get your little bubbles going. It's a nice little experience. Then you jump in there. It's nice and soothing, right? So what they did, especially with the legalization, marijuana in all of the countries, especially CBD,
Right.
all of the medical benefits that has without, having the psychoactive effects. But fuck all that. We smokers out here.
Shit.
So I want the THC bath bombs. You know what I'm saying? Throw that bitch in there. It got THC oils. So you know the oils you vape with, shit you put in your pen. They infuse these bath bombs with that. Throw that bitch into the bath, right? Warm water. Let the bath bomb do its thing. You jump in there. Now, mind you, it's steaming. What happens when it's steam and your skin and your pores? It's just
Absorb
open up,
that
right?
shit.
They open up. So they already absorbing. They already ready. You get the THC, it absorbs through the oils, it gets to your muscles, you know what I'm saying? You get nice and relaxed. You get that nice little buzz. You in there with your Epsom salts, essential oils, you know what I'm saying? Might have some organic coloring and all of that. Make a nice little visual effects for you. It's like an instant spa experience, right in your bathtub, right in your own bathroom, man. I didn't even know they had these. So first of all, I ain't tried it out yet, so I'm going to definitely have to bring back and update y'all on the part 2 and let y'all know. But yeah, man, it sounded like this is the move. Because I already fuck with bath bombs. So you going to give me THC in the bath bomb?
All right.
Come on, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
I'm here
What
for
we
it,
doing, man?
What we doing?
Because they got so there's sites out there. All you got to do is pretty much Google it, and sites just pop out. There's plenty of vendors that have different types of THC bath bombs. There's CBD. If you don't really smoke like that, you don't want to get too crazy with it. You can get the CBD, get the same relaxing qualities without the psychoactive effects.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's vendors you can just order it like you go on Amazon and order shit. So go ahead and
so I could just go.
you could just go
on
right
Amazon
now and order
right
it. You
now.
could order they give you like 20 in a bag. You can get like the bulk bag. You know what I'm saying? Get you 20 bath bombs with the THC. And you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go in. Like, I'm about to light the candles and all that. Like, I'm going to make it a situation. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to let y'all know how it went, man. Because that was crazy. I found it, like, I didn't realize, because I knew it could absorb, but I didn't realize it would absorb enough to kind of give you an effect.
Yeah.
And especially they said if you get some, you know, you get some high quality THC in your shit, it's going to give you a nice little experience.
So how do you know if it's high quality or not if you're buying it from places like Amazon?
Well, see, you're not getting it from Amazon. I'm saying this the way you can go on Amazon, as simple as going on the website. You got to go directly to the websites. But just doing the research, I came upon a few. You know what I'm saying? They ain't give me no bread for no advertising, so I don't really want to list them and all that. But all you got to do is go do your Googles, and you can find them. Simple like that. Just like you look up anything else. But they out there. Okay. And it's a lot of them. And you could get whatever flavors. You could get whatever scents you want. If you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, they not playing out here. I'm going to definitely try them out, and I'm going to let y'all know. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try a few of them out, and then I'll come back and I'll give y'all my breakdown once I do that. But for now, I mean, the fact that they even out there and available for consumption.
Listen,
I got to get back on my bath bomb shit, man. I got to get back on my bath. How have you? Are you familiar with bath bombs?
I'm not familiar with the. I've
See, my ex put me on, so I wasn't even really. I was out the game.
I've never done it, but I've seen different types of bath bombs. Like the fluorescent ones is my favorite that I've seen. But I did not know that there were ones made with absolute wholesale marijuana. Mm-hmm. That's going to definitely be a life goal that I will push for very much sooner.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a thing. It's out here. We're going to try it. And that's what we do in the Smokin Section, man. We bring y'all the latest and greatest.
The goods.
All of the toys, all of the gadgets and gadgets. We bring you the news. We bring you the bud. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, we're going to end it like we always like to end it, man.
On a high note?
On a motherfucking high note.
Let's go.
Hey, Rizzy. Come on, man. Come on and knock these out. What you talking about? This is what we do.
Do that closer again?
Again? Ah, shit.
The last word. Y'all did something. Cheers or something? What y'all did? Y'all smoked something?
Yeah, I just did smoke.
It literally just...
It stopped?
In the middle of the video, it did a...
Shit, all right. And on that note, you know what I'm saying? We're going to end it like we always like to end it.
On a high note?
Come on, man.
Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit. Got it rolled up, now who really tryna hit? One, puff, puff, then we pass, then we pass, then we pass. This is it. What? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit. What? Got it rolled